I think it'll be different for each person according to their level of awareness. If nothing else, wow, what a great story. That just took me away from my everyday. You know, I think it will affect everyone differently. I guess it's a bit like a piece of music, you know, or a film that a friend says to you, you've got to go and see this film, it was amazing. And then you finally get there, and the whole time you're looking at the screen going, I don't know what she's talking about. This is like so boring, I'm going to sleep. I've had a number of experiences like that. Same with music. You've got to hear this latest track by whoever, and you're listening to it, go, I don't know what you're hearing. We're all affected differently because it goes through our own personal filters, our own experience. So something that moves you may not necessarily move me. It just depends on where you're at. An expansion, a heart expansion. No inner conflict at all. The inner conflict happened afterwards when I had to go in and have a look and see, oh, okay, let me have a look. Is this a proper paragraph? Does this need grammatical correction? That having to use my brain because I didn't write it from this place. I didn't use my head to write the story. The story developed organically from a whole other place. It was a heart space that I was in, that, you know, so I had to kind of go, okay, you've got the story out from here, now you've got to look at it with this. That was really challenging for me. Really, when I say fleetingly, like fleetingly, but I don't know why I did this to myself, but after I finished it, I thought, oh, I wonder, I'm just going to Google some stuff about writing novels and whatever, and I would read what other writers would go through during the writing process, and I'd be looking at it and thinking, I didn't go through that. I didn't feel that. I didn't do it like that. You know, so for a split second, and then I went, okay, have I lost the plot? Did I really write a story? Is this really a novel, or am I just fooling myself? Is it? And then I'd recognize that voice playing, and I'd go, seriously, get out of there now, and just surrender. I couldn't, you know, I just had to trust it. I just trusted it. I didn't do it in a conventional way, but I've never been conventional, so why should I start being conventional now at this stage of my life? I think this applies for all artists, regardless of what medium they use, regardless of whether you want to write or you want to sing or you want to play an instrument or you want to dance. The only advice I'm going to give them is get out of your head. Get out of your head and drop into your heart and surrender and just allow it to come through. I've often, you know, my husband being a music producer, I've seen artists come in here and you can always see when they're in their heart, when they become completely unconscious and just allow it to flow, that's when the magic happens. I'd much rather see a performance by an artist who technically is not perfect, but they're performing from the heart. It's raw, it's real, it's authentic. That's what moves me. I guess I need to clarify one thing. To me, it's not about the label or the noun, I'm a writer. It's more the verb, the act of writing. Right now, I'm writing. Who knows what I'll be doing tomorrow? I'm not comfortable with putting a little box around myself and a little tag saying, this is me. Because who I am today, I'm not going to be the same person tomorrow. And I've always had this attitude that I can do whatever I want to do. Who says I can't? You know, people are uncomfortable with that. And I know that I've had situations with friends and family members that kind of roll their eyes every time I reinvent. They see it as reinvention. I see it as evolution. I'm just evolving into stepping fully into who I am. And that's a process. If I had labelled myself in my 20s, I am a whatever, then it's disabling in many ways. You know, there's nothing you can't do if you eliminate fear. It doesn't matter to me what people want to call me. If they need to label me, that I'm comfortable with that, that's fine. I can be a writer if you want me to, but that's not all I am.